What's up, folks with nothing better to do? I'm Blockzilla. You're watching the No Judgments. I have my guy Aldis with me.
What up, what up?
What's going on? Noah.
Yeah.
Yo, did you... I feel like you knew. Because we talked several times. But did you know Underground was going to do this on the internet?
Nah, man. Nah. Well, actually, before we get started, I just want to shout out Mason Eve right here because this artwork is pretty dope. So, what up, Mason Eve? Good work. We didn't know it was going to do what it did. We hoped and definitely suspected it could, but it was also very kind of touch and go because the subject matter is so specific and so sensitive to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So we just hope that they kind of got what we were trying to do and the audience did, and they came and supported in just droves, and it's overwhelming how much people support us.
Being able to interview you through multiple stages of the
because you've been
process.
with us since the beginning.
Since the announcement, we talked in essence. And then I went to the set, and I feel like on the set in New Orleans, well, it wasn't New Orleans, it was Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
I feel like on the set in Baton Rouge, it started. I could see it in your eyes, like we had something. We got something. If they don't mess it up, we got something.
Yeah, there are so many shows that don't even make it there. And it's just a blessing, and it's really a testament to our audience and how hard they ride for us. And then even more of a testament to, Misha Green and Joe Picassi, because they wrote the heck out of this series, man.
I did a little research on you, and when I Google your name, Google offers suggestions. The second suggestion is wife. And just going through your Instagram, I went back far. You seemed so happy with the missus. Like, so happy with the missus. What is it like having a rock like that to sort of lean on and sort of confide in, when times aren't going as well, and when time goes well, to sort of keep you grounded to say, hey, you still gotta wash your dishes. I don't know.
Nah. I still wash dishes.
Yeah.
I prefer the hand wash as opposed to the dishwasher because it doesn't get the job done. No, it's nice, man, especially when you're in this kind of crazy surge of energy that's coming at you and you have to filter it out. And you have somebody that kind of understands what's going on, especially when I'm gone and I'm gone for 6 months at a time, and she's not nagging me because she understands it's my job, it's my work, I got to bring home the bacon. So, shout out to the missus. Hey, baby. Hey, Dominique. I love you. It's nice to have somebody who can kind of help me realize certain things about myself where I may need to grow as a person and be a little bit more positive.
What was the moment when you realized how strong your mother was? I know in my life, I feel like in everyone's life, there's a moment where, mom's always there, but then it clicks like, wow, mom was doing a lot. Mom was going through a lot. Mom's really stronger than we think. What was that moment for you?
My brother and I, we knew that very young. We've had a wild roller coaster of a life, but she survived a lot. The only difference was when I got older, I realized what those situations were and what she had to deal with on her own. And I said, wow, how in the world did she do it? But as kids, we were very protected, but at the same time, she let us know what the real world was like because she wanted us to protect ourselves. If you ever out there, you get snatched up, you gotta know how to get away, you gotta know how to protect yourself. That was our reality, So we knew that she had a hard time very early, and then she also had a lot of health issues, dealing with cancer, fighting cancer. She's a multiple-time cancer survivor. I can't even count how many times. I lost count, but can't take it down. She's also a former Marine, so, I kind of wear that as a badge of honor on myself. And I've always worn that, even as a little kid, because it just made me feel like I'm tough. Like, my mom's a Marine. What does your mom do?
What is it like for you as an actor when you get a role, you get a nice role, and then nothing else comes, or something comes, but it's not as big as the last role? Because I went through your IMDb and saw some of the stuff where you came in with Die Hard, you got some other joints, and then next thing you went from having a role to just being the gangster with the donut. You know what I mean? Like, what is that like for you? Like, okay, I got a job, but damn, I'm so much better than this.
Well, I'm grateful for Leverage because, Leverage, we ran 5 years and it built up an established audience. Enough of an established audience for me to, get into a different arena to prove myself. Now, it wasn't easy. The movie world still hadn't woken up to me, and even getting Compton wasn't easy. And then after that, I was blessed enough to do Jack Reacher, Never Go Back, and then right after that, I was blessed enough to do Hidden Figures. Both great projects, but it wasn't easy getting in the door. But I feel like work begets work. Good work begets good work.
Yeah.
So it's a constant grind. I do feel like it's a really great time professionally. It's a great time in my life personally to grow and expand. And I feel like all those hard times taught me about what I'm about to experience and kind of prepared me.
We got the 2 movies coming out.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about I know the Jack Reacher one, there's the other one called Forbidden.
Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures. Talk about those.
Well, so of course Jack Reacher, everybody knows the first one. This is a sequel, and it pretty much follows the book, which is also titled Never Go Back.
Tom is he's very involved in the process.
Yeah,
and I watch him
one
all
of the
his
producers.
movies. You know, he reaches out to people. He'll make sure he talks to everyone. He makes sure he shakes all the hands. He's so involved in the whole process.
Yeah,
Did you learn anything from him?
Well, that's what I appreciated about him. Just gave everybody respect. I learned leadership skills from him because you're right. He does go out there. He makes sure he talks to everybody, looks you square in the eye, lets you know that you are respected. You know, it's not like this big hierarchy thing where it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I can't talk to you. You know, he lets you know we in this together, so we right here together. Hidden Figures. I mean, that was a fantastic set as well. That's Octavia Spencer, Taraji P. Henson, and Janelle Monáe.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I play her husband.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a great story too, man. It's about these black female engineers who helped NASA win the space race back in the '60s, and nobody really knows about them. But it comes off of a book that was written by Margot Lee Shetterly, and it's, you know, it gives those accounts, and it's just a really fine body of work.
Yeah.
And I think the girls did a stupendous job.
And it's crazy because you say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many of our stories that are out there, right?
Yeah.
That need to be told. But then when we get another story like Misha, I remember when I was promoting Underground, I got into a Twitter debate with someone who was like, we don't need another slave story. And I'm like, well, this was created by a black woman. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It was her idea, and other people are involved, but it's our story told away. We can tell both of those stories, and both of those stories need to get told, and they get told in different ways.
Yeah.
And people think it's only one or the other, but there's numerous stories to be told that are being told in Hollywood.
I was having a debate with a student about why another slave story, and said, first of all, there aren't many. You know, I can name on probably, you know, 2 hands how many have actually made noise over the last few years. The reason why is because it's still a very uncomfortable subject, still a very unresolved subject in American history, and we do have so many more options and examples of black Americans on television representing different stories. It's just when it comes to this is the one we don't want to deal with because there's association with guilt and shame.
And we can talk about this all day.
All day.
I want to thank you very much for stopping by
Thank you, man.
and chat with me.
Appreciate your time, brother.
Appreciate you. That's our show, folks. Join us next week when we do the Millie Rock.
Get
Blindfolded.
it. Peace.